Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Welcome on into our Facebook Live today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Texas, and I am just so excited to have you here with me today. This is not only Wednesday, which is our Facebook Live day, but it is the new product go live day from Stampin' Up! So new holiday product is now available. Demonstrators have been able to pre-order for about a month. So I actually have some things we're going to be working with today. In the last couple weeks, I've been doing some sneak peeks, but you can actually get your hands on these items now, which is super exciting. So I'm going to wait just a second to see if some friends can join us live, but if you're watching the replay, so glad you're here as well. It is a really nice day here, but I have to say, I haven't been lazy today, but I've just been kind of pacing myself. I'm just tired today, and Oliver has been too. So we're getting some good stuff done though in the craft room. Hope you'll say hi as you join. I appreciate you being here, whether it's here live or on the replay. Thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, this beautiful catalog full of holiday products, it's live. But not only do we have new products in a new catalog, but we have new products in online exclusives as well. So you can actually go in my online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net and you can shop products, hit that menu bar, hit shop products, and go to the online exclusives, and you can see all the new items. And many of them are fall and Christmas items. So exciting. I love having new products to work with. And this time of year, the new products are probably my favorite of the whole year because I really love crafting for the holidays. I love stamping and crafting, but holiday stamping and crafting is even more fun. And we have a lot of activities coming up as far as classes and events too. Okay, so I can finally open the cover of this catalog, and we're going to go through just a couple of pages. We're not doing a walkthrough per se, but I just wanted to crack it open and show you a couple things, explain what we're using today and why. So just have some pretty imaging and table of contents to begin with, and then talking about gathering. We have so much fun getting together for classes and events. Even when it's just on Zoom and we either play bingo or we have our craft and share and we just work on whatever project we want to, there's something about connecting with others while you're stamping and crafting that just makes it even more, important to you and just connecting with others. So I love it. Okay, then when you turn the page, you're going to get to a section about kits and paper pumpkin. So if you're not familiar, we'll talk about paper pumpkin first. It's a crafting kit that you can get direct to your mailbox each month. You may have a little bit of clue about what is inside, maybe the theme, maybe if it's cards or maybe home decor, treat boxes. You may have a little hint, but you don't really know what you're going to get until it arrives. So if you like that kind of surprise, then it's fun to get paper pumpkin. And we do have a get together each month. It's the third Thursday. So if you live local to me, you're more than welcome to come from 6 to 8 to my home, and we just work on a project together. Now, several months ago, I changed that to a kit together. So it doesn't have to just be paper pumpkin. Honestly, you can come work on whatever you want if you want to stamp with us. But you bring your project, okay? We also have kits, and you can go to the online store and again, search products, hit that menu bar, hit products, shop products, and then go to the kits collection. And you can see everything that's available right now. Christmas kits are coming. We have a beautiful fall kit. Let me show you that. I pulled it out. So this is how our kits come in a box, very similar to paper pumpkin. And We have all-inclusive kits for cards, home decor. Sometimes they're treat boxes. We actually have a little haunted house that stands up. So I guess that would be considered home decor, but really fun. So this kit is to create a garland. Uh-oh, there's some sirens, sorry. Hope everybody's okay. This creates a garland, and I know there's going to be a little bit of a glare. This is not the greatest picture, but you can look it up online as well. But I thought this was really cool. You have like the jute and everything you need to decorate it and all. You just need to add a hot glue gun. Look at those cute little pine cone embellishments. So it's an all-inclusive kit other than the adhesive that you're going to need to put it together. And so most of our kits have everything you need already, even the adhesive. All-inclusive where sometimes you don't even have to stamp. The sentiments are already printed and you just punch them out and you put them on. Sometimes they're stamping kits for the card. So really cool product. Now all of this is when you don't want to or don't have the skill or the knowledge just yet to design your projects. And so everything's already done for you. You don't have to do any of the quote work. You can just have fun. Now, this is great also for avid crafters who love to craft, someone who crafts all the time, because the projects are beautiful and I mean, you can make them too. So really, a beginner all the way up to an expert stamper can do these kits and still have a lot of fun. So we're going to turn the page again, and here we're coming to scrapbook workshop kits. So we have a couple in this catalog. So if you love to do memory keeping, if you love to do traditional scrapbooking, or if you love to do pocket scrapbooking or a hybrid, maybe even digital, you can still work some of the products in, especially if you print out the digital. So there's a couple of kits for scrapbooking in 12 by 12. And then we also have some products that we're going to be using today called Memories and More. So these are the Joyful Day Memories and More cards. You can use them in pocket scrapbooking or memory keeping. We have 6 by 8 albums with page protectors that you just slide the card down in to decorate, and then you just slide your picture in as well. So it's a very quick and easy way to get some memories documented, but we're going to use them to make cards. I'm going to just turn this page over because I want to show you, once again, we have the templates for making cards and scrapbook layouts. And I attended an event, oh gosh, Cheryl and I did Creativity Now with Stampin' Up. I think it was May or June that we did that. And one of my key takeaways from that was to look at our cards and turn them into a scrapbook layout. Just make it larger. You've got a bigger piece of paper, more real estate to decorate and to cover. But they talked about taking your cards and turning them into scrapbook layouts, and really you can do vice versa as well. But you've got templates here. Love it. This is probably the 4th or 5th catalog, I think, that Stampin' Up! Has done that. So when you're really struggling and you just aren't sure what you want to use to craft, pull out these templates and get a jump start. And you don't have to follow them exactly. And then this page is mix and match products. So again, this is pre-printed sentiments. Ephemera is one of the things that it's called, like when you punch out the pieces and you just pop them on or glue them on the front of your card. Just something to kind of step it up a little bit. And there's some designer series paper that you can cut apart and punch out those pieces. So this is mix and match. Again, this goes great for beginner crafters that have limited supplies, and then all the way up. Sometimes avid crafters just want to make something pretty and they don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. So I'll tell you why we're going to be using the product we are today, and that is that Joyful Day Memories and More pack. There's 54 cards in here, you guys, and they are 4 by 6 and 3 by 4. Now I have a package that's open, but I wanted you to see. I think the note cards and envelopes that are designed to work perfectly with these cards. I think they're about $11. These are $11.50. You can make so many cards with this, and it's really, really fun. So let me show you about that. I've gone ahead and I have them opened. We'll take a look first. You get 6 of each of the designs, and they are double-sided. So we'll just take a look at each of the patterns first. I think I kind of have them divided out. This one is printed this way. So that's nice because you've got, you know, kind of a variation. And then you've got the trees on the back. So you can already see you get so many, and that's one of the things that I really love. This has got a beautiful Merry Christmas sentiment already on it. So, you know, you may look at these, and there's the B side there, that really pretty plaid. Kind of a grunge look to it, a little bit distressed. I like that. And then this is actually, this is Secret Sea. So I love this plaid as well. And then the B side, I guess you could really use that one either way. Like a little garland. Get a lot of cards, y'all. And so you may wonder, well, what am I supposed to do with those? How do I turn them into cards? And I'll show you in just a minute. So this one is really pretty. Joyful Day. And then it has this on the B side. Now, I'll tell you, this is not my favorite pattern out of the cards, but there's still a lot of stuff you can do. You can cut these in strips, you can punch out of them, you can die cut out of them, so lots of different ways to use the cards. I love that too. This one is really one of my favorites. I think that's so pretty, and we are going to use one of these today, and I'll show you how. And so there's the B side to that one. So you can see, these are the 3x4. Lots of cards. 6 of each. And then you get some 4x6 cards as well. And this one is, again, this is not really my aesthetic, but I love the other side. So you've got both sides that you can work with. This one, I love this one. It's probably one of my favorites. And then the B side of it is really awesome. So 4x6 for these. So a little bit bigger than the cards that we typically make. And then here you have the final design and the B side of it. Just kind of a grid, which comes in handy. That's really nice too. And it's got just a little bit of that border. So 54 cards, 4x6, 3x4. Let me show you kind of my process of how we do this. So part of the reason I wanted to use these cards today is because we have a goal of about 2,000 Christmas cards for, I just dumped all my stuff out, y'all. I've had them all organized and I just dumped it all out. But anyway, 2,000 Christmas cards. Last year, we did about 1,250 Christmas cards. I think I got that wrong. Here, let me straighten this out a bit. Sorry. For Salvation Army. And Meals on Wheels. So we're super excited to serve them again this year in that way. And so this is one of the ways that I like to make a bunch of cards at once. I typically will go ahead and take a look at what I've got going on as far as the cards. And then I go ahead and pulled in a stamp set and an embossing folder that I felt would work well with those. So I've already done my stamping, but just thought I'd show you that. These are both new products from the new catalog. And then I also went ahead and grabbed some ribbon that I thought would work well with these products. And I grabbed a couple of embellishments. because when I do this, I like to sit down and make some cards and not be jumping up and having to go get supplies constantly. Okay, so give me just a second, because like I said, I had everything organized, and now I don't. Okay, so what I do is I go ahead and I kind of put things together how I want to do it, and I put it inside the card, and I kind of get organized so that I have a plan. And because you have multiples of the cards, sometimes you can go ahead even and you can make a couple of the same card, which is fun too. Alrighty, I think I've got it straightened back out. I think so. So first of all, oh, I know what I was doing with that one. First of all, we're going to work with this one. And these cards and envelopes work perfectly with the Memories and More cards. Perfectly sized. A little bit smaller, a little bit larger than our standard cards. So for this one, I just want to go ahead and adhere this on. I think it's so pretty just by itself. Let me see if I can get my glue started, because I didn't have it down in my holder that Dale made me just right, so it kind of got stopped up a little bit. And you can use your liquid glue, Stampin' Seal Plus, whichever you prefer. Come on, liquid glue. I don't want to squeeze it too hard and get a big gloop of glue, you know. But it is not wanting to open up. I know better than that. Oh, there we go. I think we're started now. So I'll put my glue on it. And I'm just going to adhere this little 3x4 card to the card base. And what I'll do is put my cards together, and then I will go back to add my embellishments. That's just my process and how I like to do it. Let me see if I can find my bone folder. I've lost him. If you could only see this room, y'all. And it's actually, I've straightened it up a good bit. So that's a sweet little card, just like that. But we will add some embellishments to it, okay? So then this next one, we're going to use 2 cards. And we're actually going to, don't forget, you get envelopes with these note cards as well. So for less than $25 in product, you're able to make a bunch of cards, y'all. We're going to glue this on. I just think that's stunning by itself. And I'm kind of changing my mind. I may come over here and put this one on the inside. Let's do that. Let's just leave this one like that. On the inside, we'll go ahead and put this card. You could really put either side, but I'm going to put this side that looks like a wreath. And you don't have to put them on the inside, but I just wanted to show you, because you get so many of the small ones especially, that this is something else you can do with them. Don't have that lined up very well. Let me try that again. It's not a very big border all the way around. So here, this would be an opportunity. You could just sign very small. If you just wanted to say Merry Christmas and your name, you could sign that if you have small print, small handwriting. I really don't, but I could make it fit. Or you could stamp right there, and then you could go ahead and write your message over here. Either way would work. So we've got 2 made. And then on this 3rd one, I had a little bit different idea, and I went a little bit more outside the box. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this card onto the card base. And it would be cute just like this. It would. But we're going to step it up and we're going to turn this into a fun fold. So I did go ahead and use that embossing folder, and it's beautiful. You guys have seen me use it, I think, a time or two. It has like a wreath print in it. You'll be seeing it more too. Boy, that glue does not want to go. And then this is Old Olive, so of course pulling the colors out of the little cards, the Memories and More cards. And then this is Secret Sea that I'm matting this to, which this is an interesting color combination to me. But some of our Meals on Wheels recipients are men, you know, that live alone. And I thought this would be a great masculine card. So I am adding a little bit of cardstock. But now we're going to go and we're going to add this little note card. To the front. So we've got our card base that has the pretty embossing and everything. Ooh, that was wonky. Get back on there. Try to get it centered up pretty good. So just a little bit of that embossing shows. But now we've got like a little mini card that's all layered up. Kind of stepped that up just a little bit, didn't we? Okay, so those are our 3 small cards. We're just going to set them aside, let them dry a little bit, and let's work on the 4x6 cards. Most wonderful time of the year. And again, I'm just going to glue this one down. Really pretty. And although this doesn't come with actual embellishments with it, this set of Memories and More cards, we have embellishments, don't we? Ta-da! That one is beautiful, just like that. And then again here, we're going to make this one super easy. And we're going to use the plaid side, really cute. Although I hate to put glue on those beautiful trees, but we're going to make one with the beautiful trees too. So that's kind of why I like to lay them all out. I fold all my cards, and then as I use stuff up, I put it inside of the folded card just to kind of organize myself. In that way, I see what's still available to use to create with. And you're going to have pieces left over if you cut into your cards, if you punch your cards, if you die cut your cards, then you're going to have pieces left over. And, you know, you can make some more card bases too, just normal size card bases, 5.5 by 4.25. So now I've just cut a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock because this little card is 3 by 4. My cherry cobbler cardstock is 3.25 by 4.25. So it's going to be a small border, but I'll show you. That does look pretty just on there, but it's even better when it's matted, I think. It makes it stand out better. Wait till you see this. I think you'll agree. And of course you could pop this up if you wanted to. I'm just going to glue it down, I think. But look at that. That little bit of separation with the cherry cobbler. It does the trick, doesn't it? Trying to make sure I get this lined up good. So we're going to end up making 6 cards. And one of the reasons I wanted to share this with you today is we are going to have another Santa's workshop. So another work day for those that want to make cards to donate to Salvation Army and Meals on Wheels. Help us reach our goal. I know several of our team members and my customers and friends have been working on cards already. I need to do a count and see exactly where we stand. But on the 4th of October, it is World Card Making Day. It's a day for us to really celebrate the hobby that we love. But even better, I think, would be to celebrate it making cards for others that we're going to donate. And it's a free event. You bring your supplies to create with. But if you want me to have a package of the Memories and More cards and then the note cards and envelopes at your table, I'll pay the tax and shipping and I'll have that ready for you. And so I needed to have some examples. And so these will be my examples that day. And what we found is when we've done this in the past, and we've done it 3 or 4 times now, as we create, like I usually have just a few samples to get everybody started. And then once we get going, you know, Cassandra will make a card and show it off, and then we all have to make it. LaDonna will make a card, and then we all have to make her card. So we just inspire each other. Isn't that beautiful? I love this one. And I'm going to go ahead, like we did with that smaller one, I'm going ahead and take this one and add to the inside because it has like the little grid paper. I don't know. Y'all let me know. What do you think of this piece? This kind of, it's just not my thing. I'm going to get glue on my fingers, y'all. Let's turn this upside down. And I just like using up all my cards, and I thought this was a really good idea to put this in the middle, even though it's a white base and it doesn't need an inside panel. It kind of brings the outside to the inside by having that same grouping of trees like that. And then for this one, I went ahead and with Mossy Meadow, I cut a large stylish shape circle. And then with that beautiful stamp set I showed you, I just did the piece on Earth. So let's mat this up together. And you know, you could put a Merry Christmas sentiment on this. That would be lovely as well. And I'm purposely doing that offset because that's how I want it to be. You could certainly center it up really good too. That would be pretty. But you could put a banner sentiment. You can do like I'm doing with this big bold circle. You don't even have to have a sentiment, I don't think. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to go back. We'll kind of lay everything out. Let me work on a couple at a time. Who do I think I am? I've got to stay focused. Okay, so first things first, I want to bring in my bling because I think we need some. I really love these red snowflakes in this set. And they kind of look like stars. They're supposed to be snowflakes, but they kind of look like stars. But I think they would look really good. Oops. Just kind of sprinkled in. What do y'all think? I think they're beautiful. Got a couple different sizes to choose from. They're really pretty. They're unwieldy though. They don't want to, they want to stick to my finger and not to my take your pick tool. And I just want a little bit of shine. That's what I'm looking for on the card. So we'll just put like 3. And you know, I could put some ribbon on here if I wanted to. I don't know that I want to. And then on this card, I really just wanted something a little shiny. So I'm thinking a rhinestone or two would be pretty. Maybe up in here. Maybe a couple different sizes. And then for this one, I also thought we'd do just a little bit of flicking with our Wink of Stella. Now this may not show up super well on camera, but you just take the brush and you kind of flick it onto your card and it gives it just a little bit of shimmer. Now I could probably go in and kind of touch in a couple places just to give it a little bit of shine too. Like that falling snow is nice and wet. And just add a little bit of shine. So we can get our Wink of Stella out too. Okay, I think those two are done. And then for this one, oops, these two are done. For this one, I do think I want a bow. And I did go ahead a little bit earlier and take a good look at my ribbons. And you know, this gold mesh ribbon, we've used it several times now. I think that would look just lovely. So we need our scissors. And I have somehow lost my paper snip, so I am using one that I got when I went to an event, and now I can't even find it. Good grief. Y'all ever have that happen? In your completely organized craft room, things just disappear. How does that happen, y'all? Completely organized craft room, ha ha. So I already had that bow tied. It's nice and pretty and fluffy. And I just find that when I'm designing like this, if I kind of limit myself with my supplies, I tend to be a little bit faster at creating. I'm trying to decide. I think I want it up here. Oh yeah. Doesn't that look pretty on that one? I like that. Okay, so that one is done. Let's bring these three smaller guys in. That one's not really smaller. Let's work on it next. So I did go ahead and grab, because it has Secret C in the paper, I went ahead, I think I grabbed my Secret C ribbon. I did. And I tied a bow with it as well. And you know, I did say I thought this would make a good masculine card, so I don't know that I necessarily want a bow on it. Maybe let me untie that and let's just turn it into a knot. How does that sound? I just think this is an interesting color combination for a Christmas card, but very masculine vibes going on with that, which that's good. Like I said, I know there will be some gentlemen that live alone that need a Christmas card. And Christmas cards can be masculine too. So we'll just use our little glue dot. Oops, that didn't stick. Stuck to the paper. Let's get another one just to be on the safe side. And maybe just add it right about there. Just a little something, something. Okay, so another one is done. We're just down to these two, y'all. Okay. I really kind of think I want to do my Wink of Stella trick again here. Like I said, that may not show up very well, but it really does give it a little bit of shine. And then we'll come in. I like to put the Wink of Stella where you have the darker areas, just to kind of highlight a little bit. Isn't that pretty? Such a beautiful tree. Okay, and that may be all we do to this one. And it does not even have a sentiment or anything, and you know what? I am just fine with that. Although, I started to say we're not going to put anything on there, but we could put one of these nice shiny snowflake that look like a star. Snowflake slash star. on the very top. That's pretty. And then I pulled these out. These are called frosted. What are they called? Yes, the frosted iridescent gems. And they're really pretty too. And there's some that have just a very light red cast to them. So I think we'll go in with a couple of those. Almost like the little berries, mimicking that. What do y'all think? Well, if I can get them to come off. Come on. I tried, let me try it today. Sometimes I try using my putty end and I have a little bit more success. That's not looking successful today, is it? I think it kind of depends on the embellishment. These are a little bit bigger. And if I can just get that piercer in underneath the adhesive, that's the trick. Okay. So that's going to do it. We'll go ahead and put these embellishments back. And we can go ahead. Oh, there's one on my finger. Let's just plop him on there. Okay. So that's our 6 cards. Y'all let me know what you think. We did that pretty fast, you guys. I know I had done a little bit of prep work ahead of time, but I'm really happy with these. And now I have 6 more cards that I can put in the box for our donation. And I'm really excited about that. So don't forget, we have Santa's Workshop, which is World Card Making Day on October the 4th. So go ahead and mark your calendar now. I did post some other events on my page. I think it was Monday. And so you can go to the events tab at Stamp with CT. I sent out my monthly email yesterday. So if you're not on my email list, message me and I'll be glad to add you. Okay, no happy mail this week. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed making a little bit of Christmas cards, a few Christmas cards with me, and taking a little peek into the catalog. So excited about this catalog and these new products, y'all. Stay crafty, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.